a story, proudly South African. My heart, my mission, do you understand? Just a rhyme, just a reason, proudly South African. Cheers, welcome to Clint's camping kitchen. Now, just because we're a bunch of guys out in the bundus enjoying an adventure doesn't mean that we can't eat right, you know. All of us are seriously in touch with our femininities, and we're going to put together a really nice food on the run, food on the go meal for ourselves this evening. I got my dad with me here, and my dad is a whiz at baking bread with a fire, and he's going to make bushveld bread, bosveldbrood. So check it out. Dad, tell us a bit, what are your ingredients, how are you going to do it?
The first thing that you do is you wash your hands. Everything's got to be hygienic.
Did you do that?
Absolutely.
Because I saw you scratching your earlier. So.
No, I didn't do that. And what I put in first are your dry ingredients. So I put in 500 grams of self-raising flour. I always, you never know, self-raising flour on the shelf could be quite old, so it might have lost a lot of its rising quality. So
you're giving it a bit of Viagra there?
I always give it a bit of an opkikker,
there we go,
like that, of baking powder, just to go for it. And the other thing is a brown onion soup powder, brown onion soup, and I put that in there like that.
Okey-dokey.
Those are my dry ingredients. Then I have chopped up an onion, small onion, but as
finely as possible.
As finely as possible. Yeah. And I pop that in there as well, like that. And I also give it a bit of fat, like margarine.
A knob of butter.
A knob of butter in there, and you have to now mix this up nicely. And then
that's the dirty part. So while you're mixing, let me tell you about my salad. I've got a quick and easy salad. It's very, very easy to do. Salad's not doing what the kind of thing that we're doing. A salad's a difficult thing to make. And the first mistake I made is I didn't have a salad bowl. And my dad, who is a legendary MacGyver, made me the coolest salad bowl in the business. So I'm going to put the salad bowl over there. The first thing you need some greens. Put some greens in.
In my day, they called it a Heath Robinson.
Heath Robinson, yeah. Heath Robinson was a guy who could make a tank out of a tin can in no time. So there we've put enough greens in there. How many of us? 7 of us. That should be cool. I've chopped up some small cherry tomatoes. You put some cherry tomatoes in. Try not to mess too much. Chopped up some cheese. Put some cheese in the top there. There we go. Simple as that. And my two special ingredients that make it an award-winning salad. Olives with a bit of anchovy in the middle instead of the pip. Oh, love them forever. And some cashew nuts. Put some cashew nuts in. Once you've got a few cashew nuts in, you find yourself a sharp knife. 2 boiled eggs. Clap a boiled egg on the top over there like that. Come, boyki. And we've got one more to do. There we go. As simple and as easy as that. And then quickly, a little bit of olive oil.
A drizzle of olive oil.
A drizzle of olive oil. And there we go, a little bit more. Okay, it's a bit more than a drizzle. There we go. And last but not least, some balsamic vinegar. I reckon that took me about a minute to put that together for you guys on air. So Jamie Oliver, eat your heart out. Dad, we're back to you.
Jolly good. Having mixed now all my dry ingredients, I take 500 mils of cultured buttermilk, which you can get off the job, pour and squeeze that in. It's quite chunky.
Sure.
Yeah, now that's the moisture aspect of the bread, and then you get that nicely mixed. Now, flour, depending on its age and its type of flour and so on, its absorption of water varies. So sometimes you'll buy a packet of flour that buttermilk will sort it out and it'll be a nice dough easily. As this one is coming, but I think it just needs a little bit more moisture. And what better, you know, we're in the bush having a good time, just a little bit of beer in there. That'll give it a little bit of
100%.
Yeah, and you're getting a nice dough going. This looks very good at the moment. I'll continue kneading this into a nice bread sort of dough, and my flat bottom potjie, a Falkirk number 3, pre-greased with margarine, I will then, once I'm happy with this as a dough, I will pop it in there, and then it'll be ready for the fire. That comes a little later. You can see how I've greased the potjie, and I've molded the dough, and just place it in there and just press it out like that, and then the heat of the oven of the fire will do it, and then you sprinkle cheese, grated cheese over the top. And then put the potjie lid on, and it'll be ready for baking.
My life, my journey, I do what I can. Just a song, just a story, proudly South African. My heart, my mission, do you understand? Just a rhyme, just a reason, proudly South African. Yes, my life and my journey, I do what I can. Just a song, just a story, proudly South African. Oh, my heart, my mission, do you understand? Just a rhyme, just a reason, proudly South African. Took me a while to remember. Real thing, that's what I gave to you. And I know deep down you know what to do. Life is a cycle of anguish and ecstasy. A roller coaster, that's how it feels to me. But everything is just how it's meant to be. Up and down, anguish and ecstasy.
One of the main reasons why I'm so connected to this man on the right here is we both share the same vision about adventure biking and the great outdoors and mom nature. And one of the reasons why Jules is with me is because he has a big idea about what he wants to do with the rest of his life, something called the GS Retreat. So tell us a bit about the GS Retreat, Jules.
Well, you know, Clint, I think one of the most meaningful things about this whole journey for me has been actually witnessing you living your dream. I remember how many times on the riverbanks you sat and spoken about this dream of taking your music all over the country on these GS bikes. And I've been thinking every GS rider would probably want to be doing this for the rest of his life, but there's just one problem, and they haven't got time. So I figure most guys can probably do a week-long trip twice in a year, and they need something in between, something just to get their fix. So I got this idea. On that game farm that we stayed at, Tankwa, on the game lodge, right on top of the mountain.
With Christo and Trudy.
With Christo and Trudy.
Yeah.
I reckon I'd like to make a spot, a little campsite, a haven, a GS heaven if you like, where a guy and his mates can leave, say, Joburg after work on a Friday, get in their bikes with their tents and sleeping bags just like we have, and get there before sunset, sit around the fire, relax, and the next day just explore those awesome Waterberg mountains on those undulating dirt roads amongst that lush bushveld.
Because there's plenty of off-road riding
Oh, it's
to
just,
be had.
wasn't it just superb?
And the game is outstanding
Sure.
there as well.
And imagine after days riding like that, getting back to this awesome GS retreat, if you like, and sitting around the campfire like we did last night, you know, and having guys like Heiko making jokes and ice cold beer in the hand, having a braai, and just sharing in that banter and adventurous spirit and everything that goes with it, you know. Next day, taking a leisurely ride back to Joburg, maybe discovering new places and scenic routes, and taking the whole way but to get back there, and by sunset being back with their families, you know, and that way getting what they call their GS fix.
Life is a cycle of anguish and ecstasy. A roller coaster is how it feels to me. But everything is just how it's meant to be. Up and down, anguish and ecstasy.
My adrenaline was pumping there. And then my immediate thought was, let's turn around and carry on to Christiana on that tar road, and then I think of Ewan and Charlie in Mongolia, and how Ewan said he would have so regretted taking the easy way. So I thought, let's just
Stick to the road of Rome.
yes to Ewan and Charlie. Cheers.